What's going on YouTube? Welcome to today's video. I'm actually in a Panera Bread. I don't have any signs. I'm actually looking to see that. So I'm editing a video. Actually, yesterday I did an interview with my client, Dustin. So he gave me the okay to upload it. We did a live Q&A yesterday on my Instagram. So if you missed that, I'm uploading it here. I want to shout out Dustin's transformation. We've been working together the last 12 weeks in the Healthy Flex prescription. He's lost just under 20 pounds and he lost, I believe, another like 10 to 15 pounds before working with me. So I think in total he's about 30 or 35 pounds down. So making big changes. I want you guys to hear his story, hear his struggles, and the things that are also helping him adhere to a diet of low calories, and then also what is helping him make that progress in his fitness. So first off, I want to say thank you guys for checking out today's video, and I hope you enjoy, and check in for the next one, which should be next Tuesday. So thank you.
What's up, Dustin?
Really, can you hear me?
Yes, you are in. Let me just step.
All right.
All right. Cool. So that was. Were you just here the whole time, and then I just didn't invite you?
I was. I had no idea how to join it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Because I saw like the very beginning. I was like, all right, where's he at? And then I just went on to answer some questions. So it's good to have you. Thank you so much for hopping on. Everyone, this is Dustin. You saw his transformation. He looks awesome. So give us a little intro, like. Yeah, what's your name? What is your, I guess, your occupation? Because I think that could be something that people could see themselves with similar occupation type. And then what was your goals for the 12 weeks?
My name's Dustin. I'm actually an operations manager at a distribution company for fire protection equipment. Came into the program with a goal of losing roughly 15 pounds, just kind of get back in shape where I felt good about myself and where I was and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you want to drop like 15 pounds. I think you dropped like 19. But also before the program, you had already dropped like, what was it, 10, 15 pounds also? Yeah,
right around like that 15 mark.
Gotcha. Was it like hard to go, like, I know a lot of people sometimes they'll lose like 10 to 15 pounds on their own. So tell me, like, what was your strategy in dropping that initial weight? And then also, what was your strategy there? And then how hard was it to get maybe past that? Did you hit a wall or something?
Yeah, I kind of hit a wall, definitely, and that's kind of why I reached out. But I just cut calories quick, almost too quick, where it was like I couldn't sustain it for a long period of time doing it that way. Started back to the gym, going back for about probably 3 weeks before we started together. So, But before that, it was just cutting calories.
Gotcha. So. How low did your calories get?
I was right around like 1,500 for those first few weeks before we started, and it was not easy because I jumped from eating just completely normal the way I was every day to there was nothing in between. Yeah, and that's oftentimes like that's the way to go is like usually stepwise down because I think even which is interesting to me that you're I didn't know that I think your end calories which we've been working with is maybe in the 1,800 range. It's not like that crazy that. Yeah, I think it was like 1,590 or something right when we ended. Yeah, and after dropping 35 pounds, that's a good spot to be at, like about 1,600 calories. I think also that plays into the protein intake maybe wasn't there, and this is also why you're able to gain so much more muscle mass during the process. Yes, definitely. Yeah, the protein definitely helped keep me full. Cool. So yeah, like what I guess started you, I'm interested. So what got you started in making that initial change? Like what made you say, all right, screw this, I want to get back into shape? Like, what really sparked that? Just a lot of personal things that happened in life, and it just was just ready to change. So, a lot of things go work, personal outside of work, stuff like that. So, okay. How was like your energy at that point? Maybe like 12, 16 weeks ago. Not good. I'd come home after exhausted, want to just sit down, watch TV, do something. Didn't really do much after that. Gotcha. So, always going to bed early because I was exhausted, but more because I was out of shape than anything. Yeah, it's always interesting when you start focusing on your fitness more. It's like I'm spending so much energy in the gym, but it seems like now I have so much more stores to spend throughout the day. It's kind of like a positive feedback loop. So, next question I want to ask you is like, how did you find me? Like, and also, what was your initial like reaction? Were you like kind of skeptical, or like what made you get started with all that? I followed you on Instagram for a while. while. And then I saw some posts, saw different transformations of other people. I definitely was skeptical. I wasn't sure if you were, just in it to make a buck and not worry about the clients and stuff, but I definitely learned that was not the case. You definitely put clients before yourself. So
awesome. Yeah, so thank you for that. And also, like, yeah, a couple of testimonials, and then also it can be scary because, like, and this happened to me today, like, when I put on the live, it's like people are like, wait, you're actually a real person. And it's like, yeah, and like Dustin's a real dude too. You actually did benefit from, like, changing your lifestyle, following some of, like, the plans we've laid out. And that just provides that validity.
Mm-hmm.
So so you followed me for a long time. What actually, again, we talked about what made you get started into, like, your own transformation where you dropped your first 10 pounds. But what really made you decide to get started with me in the Healthy Flex prescription?
As I said, I was just ready for change. I found myself, again, I came home from work one day, scrolling through Instagram, and I saw a post. And you're like, oh, message me if you're interested. So I sent that message, and we kind of just went from there. A few phone calls later, quite in-depth phone calls too. I mean, it was before we even did anything,
Exactly. Got to make sure, especially, like, not everyone that applies that is going to be a good fit for the program. It's like you got to make sure that it's going to be a beneficial relationship. I'm only going to accept people that are really committed to making a change in their fitness and want to accept.
Mm-hmm.
And as you showed, like, the reason why that's so valuable for me is if I get these go-getters that are going to take that action, follow the plan, they get results like you did. It's fulfilling for me. It makes me love what I do. And then also, like, you benefit as well. So it's cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what did you learn during the program? What did you learn, I guess, in regards to fitness? What did you learn throughout the 12 weeks?
If you stick to a program, you can definitely see results. You got to be committed to it. You can't make excuses. Mm-hmm. So many times, like, I wanted to just come home and just do nothing, but just got ready and went straight to the gym and just made it happen.
Yeah, that commitment, like, you're someone who just, like, takes action. Like, all I can do is write the program. I can't, like, do any of the work, but you just got to knock it out, and that takes some discipline.
Yeah, definitely knowing that you were there watching me log all this stuff throughout the weeks helped. He held me accountable for sure.
Exactly. It's like, Monday we got to check in. I got to talk face-to-face with Kev. It's like, hey, I only went to the gym last week, and I had pizza.
I didn't want to have those conversations. So.
It would have been a good time. So what did you learn maybe about yourself? Like, what did you pick up about yourself? Because I learned some things even about you and your work ethic, but what did you learn maybe about yourself?
If you put your mind, like, if I put my mind to something, I can make it happen. Something I've kind of struggled with in different areas. So that was definitely a big thing for me.
And that's super, super common. Like, a lot of people that sign up for the program, they say, like, oh, I'm lost with where I'm at in my fitness. I don't know where to go. I hear about the vegan diet, the keto diet. It's like, what is going to work for me? And I'm like, it's not like these buzzwords that are going to get you fit. It's like finding something that's going to work for your lifestyle that you can sustain in the long term. And that's what's going to happen for you. And, like, too many people get on a crutch and say, I wasn't meant to be fit. But everyone can get fit as long as they have the proper structure and, like, what you present, the discipline to follow it out.
Yeah, that's huge. You got to have the discipline there.
Exactly. So what would you say, like, where are you at now? Maybe in contrast to, like, where you were before. Like, how is your energy now throughout the day while at work?
My energy's unreal. Like, I wake up, like, ready to go. Get up at 6 o'clock. I'll make breakfast. I get my day out of what I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. That's probably the hardest part, is scheduling out what you're going to eat to make sure you hit your macro goals. So, but once I got to work, like, usually I would have to drink coffee after coffee just to get going, and, like, not now. It's different.
Good. You don't have to rely on, like, a gram of caffeine a day, so that's really good.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I can't believe the energy I have, to be honest. It's unbelievable.
Great. And then maybe, how do you feel maybe in regards to, like, confidence? Because I know, but, like, I don't want to think, like, focusing on the surface with confidence, because I know confidence, a lot of people come maybe with low self-confidence, but just having control over something you struggle with can help boost that confidence, just, like, physically, but also mentally. Now, like, something you struggle with, now that you got a plan, you can overcome it. So, like, maybe other things you can also overcome. So what would you say in regards to your confidence now?
My confidence level boosted, like, in all areas, because when you're not comfortable with your body, you hide it, baggy clothes, don't want to take a shirt off in public, all that. But once you start getting comfortable in your own skin, it just, everything else comes all on its own.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And I've noticed that, like me, myself, like growing up, like when I wasn't too fit, I didn't know what I was doing. My mom called me Kevin Bacon because I really liked eating bacon. Like eating a lot of calorie dense foods. And like, I had very low self-confidence just because I didn't have any control in this area. I didn't like the way I looked. And also, like, all I did was play video games because I didn't like being around other people. I would just sit around playing Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, which I am professional level now. So, I mean, there was something good that came out of that. But really getting that control over something you struggle with, just want you to be around people more, because now you have a story to share with others. You can help them overcome their struggles. It's like, hey, like, I didn't have my under control, but like, I overcame that. You may be struggling with something, you can get over it. You can get past.
Oh yeah.
So we mentioned again, I want to reiterate. So how low your calories had to go. When anyone who drops 30 to 40 to 50 pounds, you're going to have to dig. I'm going to tell you now, you got to get the calorie deficit. Yeah. You're going to have to dig. So you do need some reinforcement and accountability. It does go a long way. But in Dustin's case, like, your macros at their lowest got down to 1,600 calories. But so what I want to ask you about that is adhering to a low calorie diet, because that's relative to everyone. I've had females dieting on sub 1,000. It just has to be sometimes. But what was your go-to meal that helped you adhere to a low calorie diet?
Green beans, venison for sure. Very lean meat, a lot of protein in it. So it helped. I wasn't glued to just drinking protein shakes. And of course, normal chicken and rice. So,
you also had a game changer that you posted in the Facebook group too. So your experience with cauliflower. Any strategies getting more cauliflower in your diet?
Yeah, I love mashed potatoes. So I saw it. I came across the mashed cauliflower with garlic in it. I'm like, oh, I'm sold.
That's a game changer.
And very good.
Very good. I like my mashed potatoes, and hey, everyone, Thanksgiving's coming up. So if you want some mashed potatoes, just tell mom you're making the mashed potatoes. Get some mashed cauliflower. Maybe no one will know the difference, but everyone will be able to eat more pie throughout the day. So.
There's a little difference, but it's good.
I try. Oh man, my next question was like, what's your go-to vegetable? So we were going to talk about your green beans. You love green beans. Love for cauliflower. I guess what else? What other kind of go-to vegetables do you have?
Green beans and broccoli were really all I really ate. And then put some salt on it, Himalayan salt, and added a little taste to it.
True. So I guess the frozen bags of veggies?
Frozen bags, yep.
Game changer. And I posted about that too. Like, if you guys are struggling with veggies, I have another veggie post going up later today because I had 2 veggie pizzas. So, like, that's a way to get your vegetables up. But definitely the frozen bags. It's 4 servings each, and that's just an easy way to knock out your 4 for the day. Even the coach, I don't even highly recommend. If there's someone tells me, like, do you think I should get more veggies or fruit in my diet? I'd say veggies all the way. More micronutrient density, lower caloric density, and then also, like, just that volume is going to keep you full and more fiber density per calorie. So definitely I would say get your 4, 5, 6, 7 servings of vegetables, and like, the fruits have a lot more calories and less micronutrients. I wouldn't say they're going to be your best bet. That's just me.
Yeah.
So this is just overall, what is your best tip to adhere to a low calorie diet?
Get your protein in.
Yes.
You will feel full. Trust me.
True.
The whole process, I was not hungry at all.
So in regards to protein, you mentioned, so did you know, this is something, it can be individual, but like, did you notice a difference between, like, you say you like venison or maybe eating your proteins? Do you notice a change or a difference between drinking your protein versus consuming it in a meat source?
Not really. I mean, maybe a little bit fuller with eating it. I would say. A little bit.
Okay.
Definitely helped with that.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. Because usually my pre-workout meal is like 2 scoops of protein. I make it into a pudding, and then I'll have like some cereal on top, and that goes down really easy. And like, I'm never feeling like super bloated, so I think it may not keep me super full, as opposed to one time I had like a little bit of ground beef before training, and it was only like 4 ounces. But that like really made me feel a little groggy, still like I was digesting it for a long time. So I think I definitely like resonate with that. Like for satiety reasons, chewing your protein may help a little bit.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your job full time. You're a pretty busy guy. So what's your biggest tip? This is going to be overall to full-time workers, people working 40, maybe 50, 60 hours a week. What will be your number one tip that's going to help them improve their health?
First thing I would say is you have to figure out what works best for you. Is it a morning workout or is it a nighttime workout? For me, it was night. I get out of work at 5 o'clock. I'd find myself at the gym at 5:30, 5:45. It just worked. I didn't really have like the energy when I tried to go in the morning. I noticed some of my weights were a little bit lower, so I felt like nighttime was best for me.
Yeah.
But I just had to time. I would be ready to go and have it laid out, so I'd just get home and get ready to go.
And that's also interesting because I'm a morning guy. Like I know sometimes I may not be able to lift as much as I would later, but for me, it works for me. It gets me up, gets me energized. But like definitely we're both improving our fitness constantly, but we do have a little difference there. You get your training done late. I get my training done early, but like as long as it fits your lifestyle, you can make some progress. So there's no real, especially in terms of like training time, there's no optimal time necessarily. Just don't train like 20 minutes after you wake up because you'll probably still be a little sleep groggy.
Yeah.
So that was a good way. And
that was my problem.
What was that?
That was my problem. I woke up and went straight to the gym, and it's only like 5 minutes down the road. So
yeah, and
I was sleeping.
So what was your tip? Do you have any tips? Because when I would do my pharmacy rotations, I would get done at like 3, 4, 5, and I never personally liked going to train because I'm drained from work. Do you have any tips for anyone that wants to train after their 9 to 5? What really got you to the gym right after? Anything?
I did take a pre-workout. That helped a lot. Later in the program, you recommended having some carbs before about that 30-gram mark of carbs. That definitely helped in my warm-up.
Okay.
To get going. Gym helped with my energy.
Gotcha. So like getting a small meal in will give you that second wind of energy, like some caffeine, some carbs.
Yeah, and you definitely want to do it before, like about an hour and a half before I was doing it. I'd bring whatever pre-made, bring it to work and eat it. So.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm learning now too, because there's some days where if I have to do a long day of work and I'm drained, that's kind of something that can help me get my energy up, get a second wind, and like get it done. Because again, like it's just gotta be active, gotta get like some activity throughout the day. So what I want to do next is I just want to take some questions from, I guess, viewing. I think your computer just made a sound, or was that me?
Yeah.
So let's see. I got a couple questions, actually. Thank you, Darren, for a question. That's another Healthy Flex prescription client. So, hey, Darren. So, Dustin, what did you do when at night you were low on protein? What was your go-to snack?
I'd really just have a protein shake, to be honest. Hard-boiled eggs at times. Sometimes I would find myself making egg whites. That's an easy, quick couple minutes, be ready to go and quickly eat it. Of course, I'd have to put Frank's Red Hot on it.
Frank's Red Hot is a game changer. I always put that on my pizza. Such a win. So let's see. Yeah, for me, if my protein is low and it's the end of the day, I'll probably do I'll usually do a couple scoops of protein, 5 egg whites. They can be expensive, but I'll just drink some egg whites or something like that. Got a question. Please show us your supplements. I mean, in your case, Dustin, we'll take that as a question. Any supplements that you recommend that may have helped?
I took creatine every day, just the normal protein. I did take the PE Science. I love the Frosted Cupcake. Recommend.
Yes. The PE.
Pre-workout. I took the Prolific, is it? And the High Volume. I stacked both of them. Really not much other than that. I took my vitamins. I do take the True multivitamins, fish oil, the D12, is it? So
100%. Yeah. So like a lot of people,
nothing. There's a lot of other things people take, but I just kept real basic on it.
Exactly. Like what's it called? so many people that try to rely on like fat burners to lose weight, but like, what are you going to eat that's going to make you burn more calories? Because usually eating things has calories. So like even with celery or all these negative calorie foods, no, that's not the thing you should be focusing on. You just want to focus on the priorities that's going to get you somewhere. So don't look for fat burners to lose your weight. You want to focus on your calorie intake, protein intake. And if for convenience, protein powder is going to help you. And also in Dustin's case, a little bit of caffeine is going to help you not fall asleep after your work lift. Then definitely those are things that are going to be valuable for you. Let's see. Someone said to do this in Spanish. I don't know enough Spanish though. Do you?
I know none of it.
We'll have to fix that for next time. Let me see if we got any more questions. So do you recommend a mass gainer? Yeah, what's your opinion on that, Dustin?
Like mass gainer protein, like high calorie, or?
Exactly, yeah.
It depends on what your goals are, I guess. For me, I wouldn't recommend it for what I wanted, but maybe when I was back in high school, weighing 25 pounds, I would want it.
Exactly. Yeah, so that just made me happy because it shows that you did learn some things in the program. So especially if your goal is to lose weight, you shouldn't be really, as we said, like drinking all of your calories probably won't keep you as full. So I wouldn't recommend drinking your calories. But in the case, I would say like mass gainer is low satiety per calorie. So if you're one of those guys that struggles to gain weight, go for it. I'm all about that. Definitely use that as a resource to get your calories up. And I would also say like candy's not going to be a bad thing either. It's low satiety, high calorie. But again, fiber, your fiber, your vegetables, have those things in check. Your protein, you'll be fine. You will be fine. What's your favorite Bang flavor? Do you drink a lot of Bang?
I don't even know what that is.
It's an energy drink. I'm more of a Rockstar guy myself, actually.
Yeah, I got addicted on those 300 milligram Rockstars.
Yeah. That'd be
maybe
cool.
twice a week. That's about it.
Yeah, they taste good. They're like, what is it? Like carbonated lollipops. Liquid.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They remind me of the blue Huggies when I was a kid. That's what the one.
Blue Huggies?
Yeah, the little Huggies. It's like a plastic, looks like a little barrel.
Yes.
There's a blue version of that Rockstar, and it tastes just like it.
Okay, I like that. So let me see. I got another one. So if you guys have any questions, post them down below. I think we'll do like another one or two. So we got, have you encountered teeth sensitivity when taking pre-workout?
Say that again?
Have you encountered teeth sensitivity while taking pre-workout?
I have not.
I would agree. I haven't either, unless it's like super, super cold and it's hitting my teeth. But otherwise, I don't think the things in in pre-workout are really going to affect your teeth too much, unless it's super high sugar. But that would probably be a long-term thing as opposed to a super short-term thing.
Yeah, never had that.
All right. So I think that's pretty much all the questions we've got. So I think, if anyone has any last questions down, let us know. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. So I guess I want to ask you this, Dustin. So what is your biggest win from, I guess, the last 12 weeks? What are you most proud of accomplishing in the last 12 weeks?
It's got to be the transformation. After the first 4 weeks, to see the difference I had, that just pushed me to want more. I still want to do a lot of changes. So
awesome. Reach that next level. And like, hey, like in the comments too, like apparently it worked out because someone just said that you look handsome. So definitely I'm making some progress, man. But yeah, I want to say thank you so much for like coming on the Q&A. Thank you everyone who's watching right now or anyone who's checked in during. I'm probably going to try to get this up to my YouTube. It'll be on my Facebook. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Dustin. And I'm looking forward to more gains that we're going to be making.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks again. I'm going to hit end and save. See you guys.